Welcome to another episode of Daily Musings from Sacred Ground. Today I'd like to speak a little bit about the old philosophical argument between free will and determinism. How much choice or agency do we have? How much are forces just acting on us and we're almost like puppets being pulled by the strings? I don't know about you, but I like to think of myself as, hey, I have a lot of choice here. I'm making choices. But as I sit here and think, well, I'm speaking to you in English. That wasn't a choice I made to have English be my language, right? It's a result of the circumstances where I was born, where I grew up, all those other factors. If I had been born in another part of the world, I would be speaking Arabic or Slovenian or some other language, right? So there are forces that work upon us. And several years ago now, decades ago, I guess, I was at the ocean. And I also relate this to values, right? So do we have choice, or are we making decisions in terms of what our values are? And I think of values in terms of, what do I value? What is important to me? What do I give that weightiness to? Well, as I said, decades ago, I was at the ocean, and I love to play around in the waves and that sort of thing with family or friends. And I looked up, and gosh, it's happened how many times? I look up, and where's my towel, right? And my towel is way over there. When I felt like I just walked straight out into the water, how did my towel end up way over there? Well, there's an undertow, right? I'm constantly being pulled down. And I started to think about that in terms of how I think about choice or free will and determinism. There's this undertow. There are these forces, and I go out into the water and I'm just playing together with friends or with family and just doing my thing, and I don't realize that I'm being pulled along in a certain direction. And I think of that as kind of like the factor of determinism, these forces that are working on me. And free will is my choice to go with that undertow or to go in a different direction. And sometimes it makes sense to do one, sometimes to do the other. And I think of that towel as my values. That if I am not mindful, if I'm not aware, I can just be at work or play and look up, and then all of a sudden, where are my values? Oh my gosh, they're way over there. And so I invite you to think about this. It's been a helpful way for me to kind of do the balancing act between these forces and factors that work within me and my own agency. Sometimes you got to push kind of hard against that undertow to get back to your towel, your values. I'm Michael Malley, and you've been listening to Daily Musings from Sacred Ground.